Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. You've seen relationship ads like this. Attractive professional single white female seeks similar single white male. That sort of dating pitch squanders online dating's biggest advantage. That is rigorous screening to find the best few matches from among the millions. The game is not he or she with the most responses wins. It's he or she who meets the right love wins. Let's start by talking about the text. Winning that game requires you to disclose 4 things. Your distinguishing strengths, that is, your strengths that are different from the zillions of others that are online, and that your special someone would need to appreciate. For example, if you're unusually intellectual or athletic, and you'd like your partner to value that in you, tell them. Or maybe that you really are unusually likable by most people, or are good at life's practicalities. Tell them. The second thing that you need to disclose are your weaknesses that your special someone would have to accept about you. For example, if you like to work long hours, or at the other extreme, you want someone who will support you, it's wise to say so. Yeah, you'll screen out masses of the wrong people, but screen in a few well-suited ones. The third thing you need to disclose is your ideal partner's distinguishing strengths that you really want in your partner. Maybe it's someone who craves open communication about feelings, or conversely, someone who requires a minimum of so-called processing. Maybe it's someone with a high sex drive or a low sex drive. And the fourth thing you should disclose in your dating profile is your ideal partner's distinguishing weaknesses that you can accept. Everyone has weaknesses. The key is to identify those that you can comfortably accept. Maybe it's a neat freak, or conversely, someone who's casual about appearances. Or maybe it's someone with an illness, or someone who doesn't care much about being close with family. Now let's turn to your photos. Visual species and sexual beings that we are, your photos matter. Maybe too much. But you'll need to post 3 varied, honest pictures of yourself. I recommend, first, a head and shoulders shot wearing what you'd ideally wear to work or to a casual restaurant. A full body shot doing your favorite recreation. Perhaps you're wearing full camping gear, or bicycling togs, or what you'd wear while watching TV or going to the mall. And finally, a full body shot of you wearing something that makes you feel sexy. But unless you're looking for a sex-only relationship, be subtle rather than overt. For example, a man might wear a form-revealing shirt, but with 1 rather than 2 top buttons open. A woman might wear a form-revealing outfit, but with no more than a hint of cleavage showing. You don't need a professional photographer. In fact, I suggest you don't use one, and not mainly because of the cost, but because it's harder to look natural in front of a stranger than in front of your good friend. And pros can make the photo look too professional, photoshopped or with one of those canned backgrounds. With today's phones, a friend can take perfectly good pictures of you. Just be sure you're well lighted and there are no shadows. It's usually easiest to find such lighting in late afternoon, whether outdoors or inside with window shades open. Now let's talk about screening. Be ruthless. There are plenty of fish in the sea. If the person doesn't respond within 24 hours, it's a bad sign. Out. If the person's first communication is quite sexual, out, unless that's all you're looking for. If the email is too brief and generic, out. If rationally and emotionally the email profile and pics intrigue, respond by pointing out a commonality with the person and asking a question that the profile makes you curious about, maybe about their work, their family, or an avocation of theirs. If the response to that is prompt and you continue to be intrigued, if that person hasn't initiated the classic coffee date or walking date, it may be time for you to do so. Now a little bit about the first meeting. Sometimes it's just a chemistry thing. Instantly, you can picture yourself or can't picture yourself with that person. Photos, even if they're recent and in focus, may not reveal that je ne sais quoi. But often, you need to give it at least 15 minutes. Does the person share about him or herself and ask sufficiently about you? Does he or she listen well? Seem kind? Patient but not a slug? The right balance of upbeat and serious? Generous? For example, does he or she offer to pay at least half? But do trust the intuition you have after those first 15 minutes. As they say in prepping students to take the SAT, your first guess is usually right. P.S. Which dating sites? I'd start with Match.com because it has 40 million members and has been continually upgrading its matching paradigm based on its 25 years and millions of users. Plus, it's highly rated on most review sites. For example, Match.com is DatingAdvice.com's top-rated dating site, scoring at 4.9 out of 5.0. Sure, not everyone is fully candid on dating sites, but done right, being able to screen from among millions of prospects dwarfs other ways of meeting your right love. May you find that needle in said haystack. I thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. Feel free to give this a thumbs up or, if needed, a thumbs down. Comment, hit the share button and share on your social media, and or subscribe to my channel. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.